Hey guys, Han Yolo, another beer video, and once again I have a beer from a growler, or a beer in a growler. It is Lagunitas Imperial Stout, a 9.9 ABV, Russian Imperial Stout I believe. I could be wrong with the ABV, but I believe it is 9.9. It was a really good deal to get a growler fill of it, so I decided that it was too good of a deal to pass up. So now I have a 64-ounce growler of it. Anyways, I'm going to pour it into a glass, and then we'll get into the looks, the smell, and the taste. I'm not going to pour it on camera because it is a pain in the ass to pour a growler on camera, and I don't want to spill it at all. Alright, so I tried to pour it as quickly as I could and get back right to the camera. And believe it or not, it poured with little to no head, literally like as soon as I poured it, very little head formed, and then it like disappeared. But then this beer has been sitting in my fridge for about a little less than a week. I'm gonna say 4 to 5 days. And it was very carbonated when I opened the cap there, but we'll see if it's carbonated at all once I start tasting it. But I'm gonna give it a swirl here just to see. There's definitely carbonation in it. Let's see if I can form a head here. And if a head does form, it'll probably be like a dark mocha color, I suppose. I could be wrong, I don't know, I'm just guessing because the beer is extremely dark. Put it into the light. Yeah, it's just black, dude. It's just as black as my shirt. Nothing to say too much about it. Like, it literally is just like black. And being that I said Russian Imperial Stout, I really like Russian Imperial Stout. It's one of my most favorite. The Russian Imperial Stout is from Gigantic Brewing, of course, one of my favorite breweries here. Their most premium Russian Imperial Stouts, amazing. Yeah, so I'll just kind of, no, maybe not compare this to that, but I'll do that like mentally, I guess. Yeah, let's get into the aroma. All right, first off, straight coffee, man, just coffee for days. Roasted malts, but definitely like the coffee is like the main event for sure for this beer. Like you get a ton of, it's like I'm sniffing an espresso. That's what it smells like. It's just like an espresso. Definitely get a lot of roasted malts as well, but coffee is like the main event. Like that's it, man. Pretty much, if you just give this beer to like anyone who's not into craft beer, they would just say this smells exactly like coffee, and it definitely does. The roasted malt is it's not muted, but it's not very present, I suppose. You don't have to dig too deep for it, but you kind of do have to dig for it. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. So the taste follows the nose. It's definitely very coffee forward. Malty, roasted malts as well. And on the finish, it's actually pretty nice. It's very smooth, creamy finish for sure. You get like not quite a molasses. I guess like it's hard to explain. I don't know. It's not quite molasses. I guess it doesn't have that like molasses flavor, but it kind of does. I guess if you kind of picture coffee mixed with a little bit of molasses, I don't know if that works. Like in theory, if you were to like get coffee and put a little bit of molasses there and stir it up and take a sip, but that's the best way I can describe it. Definitely that roastiness lingers around. It's still on my palate right now. No alcohol burn at all, being that it's almost 10%. This reminds me a lot of Founder's Breakfast Stout. That's like a huge coffee bomb. Not as strong as this, I don't think. I think it's like 8%, maybe 8.5 or something like that. But this totally reminds me of it, and it's definitely a good, I guess a good alternative if you don't have or can't find or whatever the Breakfast Stout by Founders. But this is definitely a solid replacement to that, or alternative, maybe not replacement, alternative. And again, I think this only comes in a 22-ounce bomber though, and of course growler fills. I don't know if they come in 4-ounce or 16-ounce, not 4-ounce, 12-ounce bottles or 16-ounce cans at all. I just remember seeing it in a 22-ounce bomber. Could be wrong. But yeah, man, this is like one of those beers that, you know, like on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, and you know, you're just chilling, and you know, you have nothing else to do. You just want to not drink coffee, but drink coffee. You know what I mean? This is it right here. This is what you eat with your pancakes, your waffles and chicken if you're into that. This is it, man. This is like a huge coffee bomb. I'm trying to get other flavors from it, but literally that's all I get. I get like coffee with like a hint of molasses, I suppose, and like the roasted malts that kind of finishes it off towards the end there with that slight malt sweetness, which is really pleasant. Very little hoppiness. Definitely get that coffee bitterness towards the end there in the back of your tongue. Very nice drinking beer, man. It's for the amount that I paid for my growler. This is definitely a winner, man. Especially at 9.9. You can sip on this in the morning, you'd be good. Yeah, this is Lagunitas Imperial Stout, 9.9 Russian Imperial Stout. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Any comments linked below. Subscribe for more videos, and of course, dream big dreams and believe all things are possible. Thank you for watching. Cheers.